Hello everyone, and welcome to week number 6 of the Ian World Trophy, where we're up against... I'm already going to butcher the name. Quynn? It's not a queen. Quynn. We're up against him. I assume it's a him. I don't know if it's a him. I'm assuming at this point. I think it's pretty normal to assume within this little sphere of things, even though you should never assume someone's ninja. But that's completely besides the point. We're going up against him. He has a team that's named Toronto Roadrunners, at least that I know how to pronounce. And you can see his team next to me that way. And it's not really... Okay, two things. The team is slow. That's quite nice. But it's not really the nicest team to face, and I don't really have the best answers to everything there is. So it's kind of it's going to be interesting. And look at his team. I think it's easier to say what would surprise me than what wouldn't. Basically, Roselia would be very surprising if he brought a lantern. I also don't really see that he would bring. And then Pillsman and Mr. Mime are kind of iffy to me if he would. I don't know that they have the best matchups, but he seems to like both of them, but you never know. Like, I feel like he would probably bring Scrafty, because it's a very good, it's a good answer to Dragon Ball, but I don't know. We get to see we have this awful team that we need to face, and we need to hopefully snag a win, because we've been on a bit of a winning streak, and I would like to keep that going. So, to start off with that, we don't have Togekiss, we have our good old Ninetales holding the Nevermelt dice. With Nasty Plot, because if we get to +2, nothing on this team really takes the combination of Blizzard and Moonblast. Like, nothing. Some may take one hit, but they still get 2-shot. Like, Sylveon gets 2-shot by Blizzard, so that's quite nice. And Ninetales has, it's not bulky per se, but it has enough natural bulk for the one hit. So that's kind of nice. And because, obviously, I think he has to bring a Scarfer, and it's probably going to be the Demandis and a Cobalion. To kind of, if we get into the position that we get 90 to +2, we get a KO, something is going to come in that can revenge us. So we have Protect, because then we can scout at least and see what he does. And that'll be nice, because then we can a bit better answer. Like, we can make an answer according to what he actually locks into. So that's quite useful. Next up we have Harold. We have our beautiful Vaporeon, who does not have a beautiful moveset. We brought this to against the Dracovish team. I'm just so silly, but he has Cobalion, he has Damandis, and they're super scary, they're super unpleasant to work with, and I needed an answer, and Resleep took Wish Skull Vaporeon is the answer, apparently. Holding the Rocky Helmet, so that if he uses it, it's like, he still gets chipped down, that'd be quite nice, can kind of help the team. And I mean, you can already see some of my other team members, so you can also see that, Wish could be quite nice to have. It's not the most entertaining set to use, but if we have to use it to win, we will use it to win, basically. We also have our Rotom, who's named Minutes, because the beautiful breeder cannot understand the number 4, or numbers at all. But, it's been working well this far, so I guess we just stick with the Minutes. Holding Heavy Duty Boots, yeah. Levitate and Heavy Duty Boots became one Heavy Duty Boots. Heavy Duty Boots. Just to avoid the rocks if he brings basically Pillow-Swine. I mean, Cobalion can get rocks too, but basically Pillow-Swine. Which is of course nice to avoid. We have Volt Switch, we have Overheat, we have Nasty Plot, and we have Pain Split. And I was a little bit torn on this, because obviously, even a +2, we don't 2-shot Sylveon. With Overheat, if it's fully special defensive, which, there's a chance it is, it might not be, we don't know. Which is a little bit unpleasant, and we do nothing to Gutra, so I was kind of like torn between that and Protect, but at the same time, like, I didn't really want to end up in a situation where basically my only breaker for Sylveon is my Ninetales. That's not really the nicest, so we end up going with Nasty Plot, and hopefully it'll work. The good thing about Gutra is that we should outspeed. I put a little number of speed in it, and we can Volt Switch out and get into an appropriate answer. And we have Pain Split, so we can also, preserve our health, because my team is apparently pretty thick. That's what I've been told. We also have Jingle Bell, our Bronzong, because again, he has a Sylveon. But again, he also has a Gudra. And this thing is the best thing to take hits from those. Maybe we can get rocks up, you never know. And this thing has the Toxic, so we can suppress some Toxic maybe. That would be nice. We don't hit Corviknight for anything. But we don't really have, like, Charge Beam does nothing to Corviknight, let me already say it now, so that's not worth it. So we never would, so if he brings it and we see that that's his switch and we have to play a little bit aggressive with that, but we have, you know, Rotom that can kind of help switch into that and kind of, you know, threaten some damage. Lastly, we have a Dragapult, and it is a rather rash Dragapult. This thing, basically the point is that it can two-shot Corviknight if it's max special defense. It can also two-shot what's his face, Sylveon, and it can also one-shot Goodra unless it's the Dragon Reducing Barrier. So that's kind of nice, and we can use it to get things chipped down and get into position. And I'm probably going to do something that I haven't done this league, and I'm actually probably going to lead with this, which is going to be pretty crazy. I know. Who leads Dragapult? Not me. But yeah, this kind of here to pivot around, get a lot of damage off, kind of help shift the team down, and then either, like, at the end get either Ninetales or itself into a position where you can just click moves and win, hopefully. Lastly, and this time it is actually lastly, I feel like I've been speaking so many words. We have Vileplume with the Rock Helmet 2, because the thing is, I expect Scrafty to come, and I'll be a little bit sad if it isn't, but at least it gives me a little bit of freedom. And I don't really have a good answer for that, because Harold, I kind of need the Rock Helmet to stay on. And it was either Vileplume or it was Gerda, but Gerda really doesn't want to get knocked off, while Vileplume is a little bit better off with it. And just Sludge Bomb and Moonblast does nothing to Corviknight, but again, it never would, but at least we can set up a lead seed on it and kind of help something else swap into it. And we have Synthesis just because Goodra can have Zap Zipper, and I'm not about that life. And you know, we have seen a couple of times now that FX Ball is quite the useful ability, so you never know. Vileplume could actually bring the Doom, but just a little bit more indirect. But yeah, that's the team. I will connect with my opponent and we'll throw down, and hopefully it'll go well. I don't know. I'm nervous. I guess I'm almost nervous, but I'll be right back. Okay, so we're ready to we are ready to connect. Such a tongue twister, apparently. Maybe it's just because it's been a long day. Let's see what he brought. Scary stuff. Why is Mr. Mime here? I don't like Mr. Mime. Why is Lantern here? I actually do like Lantern, but I don't like facing Lantern. Corviknight, Lantern. Here's a good draw. Darmanitan. And Sylveon. I don't really feel like this changes with my leading of my Dragapult, to be honest. Because the Darmanitan doesn't really threaten a one-shot if it's Scarfed. And if it's Scarfed, I know that it's Scarfed, which is quite nice to know this early game. So I think we just do that and we kind of just hope for the best. I'm hungry. I didn't eat lunch, so I want some food. And it's already 20 minutes past 6, which is my own fault the way delayed. Mind you, it's very much my own fault. But still, I want food. But I have water. I mean, water you ingest too, but it's not really food. I mean, it's okay. If you drink enough water, it at least is something, okay? I don't know, I'm rambling. I'm sorry that I'm rambling, but I'm not really sorry that I'm rambling. Maybe she can't? Oh, I can't. I can't speak. Can't speak. I give up. Echo. That's Lantern. That is not Choo-Choo. Surprising. I could kind of see a Lantern lead. I could also see a Volt Switch come into that. But I still feel like we just sort of kind of U-turn, even though it's a little annoying. Because Lantern, it can front away me. That's what I don't like. I mean, we would do a lot, but we should U-turn. Yeah, he stays in. If he Volt Switches, I'll be a little bit sad that I didn't just drag him down. Okay, that's a crit. Okay. I was about to say, that was a very good chunk of damage. I mean, it would have been a good chunk of damage anyway, but still, like, it's a very good chunk of damage. I mean, if it Volt Switches, it means, okay, Toxics. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Exactly what I want to see. I think we just... I think we lead seed, because I think he's going to probably maybe Vol Switch if you put investment into Lantern. He doesn't even need investment to be faster. So I think we just lead seed, because he's going to Vol Switch, and I can't really prevent that, and that's fine. Okay, he actually just has swaps. Maybe not have Vol Switch. That's good. Okay, so it's probably Zap. Zipper? Yeah, Zipper. Okay. Zipper. Lantern had Toxic. I don't really know what you want to do to me. I mean, it gets Flamethrower. That's the unfortunate thing. Actually, I have Jingle. Let's just go into Jingle. He could Flamethrower, but we get to see what kind of Gudra this is if he does Flamethrower. Which could be good knowledge, I guess. I need to move my microphone a little bit. I can't. Fire Blast. Okay. Okay, that's less than half. I sort of kind of take that. I don't enjoy it. I can live with it. I think we just set up the rocks. Because it actually helps on the chip for Sylveon with the 2 shots and such. Okay, just Fire Blast again and he just connects. Okay. That's okay. It's not specs. It's probably not particularly invested from what I see. That did so much. I kind of want to go Rotom, which is a little bit uncomfortable to say. I was not expecting him to just keep on Fire Blasting and landing them all. Also, I have Fire Blast on my I have Fire Blast on my Dragapult, and somehow, some way, I feel like it's not going to go as well. I think I kind of want to just Pain Split. I know it might seem silly, but if he goes for another hit, I'm faster. Okay, so that didn't really matter. But we get some chip off. That's nice. So look at that. That's chip. Draco Meteor. Okay. Draco. I would expect that we live. Yeah. Quite nicely. Quite nicely. And he's a -2. And he's not choiced. So I think we can just kind of Pain Split again. I will note not choiced. And he's like at 85%. A good solid 85. Yeah, that's it. It's closer to 85 than 90, isn't it? Okay, withdraws into Rights. Rights to Sylveon. We get a lot of health back, and we get him down pretty far. He could obviously wish, and it's leftover, so that's not really... Not really too surprising. Yeah, we will switch. I think he's not going to... I think he's going to wish, and then he's probably going to protect. If he has it. I'm half mind to go into Ninetales. Because he's not going to Hyper Voice. And I could set up an Estaflot. If he protects. Which seems a little bit silly. We could also go into Jingle, but Jingle doesn't really like taking a hit, potentially. This might be pulling a trigger on something I should not be pulling a trigger on, but... Like, he doesn't have an Ice Resist barring Dimension and Lantern. Unless it's specs. He wishes. Okay, good. Good. And I think he protects. Which might be putting my mouth too full of things that I shouldn't have. But I feel that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to show all my cards way too early. He did not protect. That's bad. Hyper Voice. That's also a little bit bad. On the good note, we do take him out now. No, we don't, because he just healed. I was very dumb right there. I don't know why I was just... It's so obvious. I could have done so much damage, but no. That feels bad. I'm playing way too frisky. I don't really want to show the protect. And that's like right on the roll. I don't have a good switch in. Nine says I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. And that's saying it very nicely. Hyper voice. Low roll. Yes! Okay. We can work with this. We can actually work with this. I feel so dumb for this, but we can work with this. And Lantern can't really swap in. Because it already took damage. It took the crit, which actually didn't matter in this. See, he had Protect. Why would he not go for it? I don't know. Okay, so he has Protect. That's okay. I mean, it doesn't really help him because of the hail. The only thing it really does is that it chips my... it like reduces my PP, I guess, is kind of what it does. Protect again. Failed. Okay. I mean, that means the Sylvan's dead. Which is not a bad thing. Okay, bye. Ninetales. Because Sylvan was annoying. It wasn't really the greatest. That's Corviknight. I'm a little bit... Wait. Even if you're like max special defense... and I'm a +2... it still takes like well over 70%. And I know that's a little bit silly... to go for. Can I win without Ninetales? What did he bring? Also, I need to be aware of my timer because I'm using a lot of time. I feel like getting damage is worth it. I need to actually click on damage. I might regret this a lot. Mind you, I might regret this a lot. I don't want him to set up. I don't want to give him any freedom of any kind. He agilities. Okay. Okay. That's a little scary. Not gonna lie. We Blizzard again. I'm not giving this burb any freedom. Buddy press, okay. Okay, it was Ninetales. Okay, so we can go into Rotom. It's the best answer that I have. But this thing is pretty low, which is quite nice. And I think we have to overheat even though Lantern is there. It's just... I don't... Okay, it just stays in. So I could have taken him down with a Volt Switch. That would have been nicer, but... Okay, by Rotom? I mean, by now, what's his defensive answer to... to my, what's it called? What's the defensive answer to... That's Lantern. You can Toxic me. I don't really want you to, but I can go into Vileplume, I think. I can quite easily go into Vileplume. That's an easy swap. We got off to a rocky start, but we got two of his like big defensive pieces down. I just Volt Switches. I was kind of expecting it, but I didn't really want to deal with it. And again, like, it was slow. It was all annoying. We can't really do anything about it. He has a couple of options that he can go into. Actually, my Hot Pocket. That's you. That is a Vaporeon for an... Oh, that's not Vaporeon. That's not Vaporeon. That's Vaporeon. I kind of want to see how how bad this goes. So we get some more chip. That, I feel like that did a lot. I feel like that did a heck of a lot. Is that Bandit? But he's like pretty low. Okay, that's you. I mean, I guess I kind of want to wish. I actually didn't notice how much... Wait, this thing... Is it... Actually, I'm being a little bit dumb, but Mr. Mime isn't an ice type, right? Yes, it is. It's Ice Psychic. Does he get freeze dry? Yes. I don't know why I... It looks like an ice type, but I didn't treat it like an ice type. That's a little bit silly. Okay, freeze dry. Okay. We could give it 2 minutes. That would actually not be bad. We could also give it to... Yeah, actually, giving it to Jingle might not be the worst. Because it can still help against Goodra a little bit. Because I don't have Protect, and that's a little bit silly. But we can take a hit here. Yes, freeze dry. Okay, good, good. I wonder if this thing is choiced. I think everything is choiced at this point. Everything is choiced. Our wish came true. That's nice. Okay. He doesn't have the best switch-ins to Body Press. Or to Toxic. Actually, he doesn't have a good switch-in. So I Toxic this time around. Because if we could get something like Lantern on Goodra and down on Timer, that would be so nice. That's a Lantern. Ooh, it's getting pretty nicely down. At this point, like, it's pretty low, right? Yeah, that's pretty low. Get him down to under 50. I think we just sort of kind of just stay in and we just click Body Press. Like, honestly, I think that's, like, all I can do. Is to just click Body Press. He doesn't do too much to me, so we just get him 1 down. He scolds, okay. I mean, that's... Don't burn me. Had that been me, I would have never gotten the burn. But I mean, we still get him chipped down, so it's okay. It's okay. He's going down. Slowly but surely. I could also be a little bit frisky and go into Howl in case he just scores again, but I don't think he scores this time though. I feel like he volt switches. I think I just Body Press, honestly. I don't think he scores. If he does, which it... Okay, I could have gone into Howl and I could have gotten a lot of health. Because that's apparently the game that we play. I guess he wants the Menace and him for free, basically. So I'm going to go into Harold this time. This time I am going to go into Harold because I want Harold to be healthier. And that would be such a nice help for it. Because he go down to Toxic next turn? Yes. Okay. Okay, so we go Harold. And if he volt switches, he got me good, but he's clicked Scold, even though I could have done it, like, multiple times. But he didn't, and I didn't, and no one did, and it's what it is. And he scores, so we get our Water Absorb. That's so nice. And Lantern goes down. Okay, oh. That's actually my Bronze song. But indirect. Indirect. That's not how I spell indirect, but it's close enough. So this basically gives him Mr. Mime, I guess? I mean, it does give him Mr. Mime. I'm not really staying in on Mr. Mime, though. I am not about that life. I'm not about that life. I would think that was the... No, that's the Goodra. Okay. I mean, I can understand that, but I kind of want my Vaporeon sort of kind of healthy. Where's my Bronzong? I mean, he can just Fire Blast me, like, honestly. But I feel like I have to let him. Because Bronzong is only good against Mr. Mime. And he could miss a Fire Blast. He could miss a Fire Blast. Basically what I need, he Dragon Me does. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. I mean, again, we don't really do anything. To anything. I feel like we just... I feel like we're toxic. I know it's boring to click toxic all the time, and it's what it is, but what are you doing? Oh, he's Dragon Tailing me. Yes, please. If you're Dragon Tailing me, yes, please. Counter. Well, that didn't work. I think this is Habanberry. I think this is Habanberry. I don't like that. But what I could do is that I could actually go into Vaporeon and I could actually rest at this point, I think. Like, pretty decently safely. Pretty safely. And get some health back. And I know my team is fake, okay? My team is fake. And it's frustrating, I've been told. I've been told that it's bad, okay? I think we rest. I feel a little bit bad, maybe, just slightly. But I mean, I did throw my answers away, so you know. But I'm curious, like, was it agility, bulk up, coconut, maybe? I mean, if any normal person would have that was a Dimension. Huh. Okay. Huh. I think I just sleep talk. At this point, I don't know what the Dimension wants. No, I click rest. I mean, I would probably roll rest anyway, but you know, that's so dumb. Oh, well, the good was pretty low now too. That was so dumb. I click rest. I could have gotten a skull. Use an headbutt. Okay. Oh, that did a lot. That's a crit. Okay. Oh, that feels bad. That feels very bad. I don't really have a send headbutt counter. I mean, actually I do. I have you. I don't know how well you take them though. But I think like having Rocky Helmet uses is quite nice. It's not Send mode, right? No, then would have special moves. Send headbutt. How much does that do? Not too much. Not too much. It's just like I don't want to throw away Vileplume. Like I don't want to throw any of my Pokemon away. I think we just body press at this point. I don't think we lose anything by doing it. And if we could get him, if we get this thing away, I think like he's very reliant on, it actually survived. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I actually don't know that I live another one, but I guess we'll see. There was something I want to check. I want to check Dragon Ball against Mr. Mime. Not this Mr. Mime. The Ice Mime. The Ice Mime. We don't live an Ice Beam with Dragon Pulp. Not Free Shock. Thank you. Okay, it did die. So that's nice. I think it's not... Freeze Strike Dragon Ball can live. Why? It shouldn't be... Did it record? That's so silly. Okay, oh. Bye, Bronzong. But the good thing is we have Rotom. We have this thing. which is down pretty low. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm going to stay and I'm just going to click Ironhead. I'm kind of fine to just see if it's choiced, which I think he is. What he locks himself into. Freeze strike, okay. So it KOs Bronzong. So something that I can do is actually just go into Minutes and click Overheat. Or click Nasty Plot. That's my Bronzong. I want to remove Bronzong. Because I basically... No, I don't give anything out of clicking Nasty Plot, honestly. We overheat. Because we still get the Gouda chip down to the point where it won't live. It won't live what I want to do to it. Because it's going to take a lot of damage on this. Yeah, that's down pretty low. Because after poison, that's like 20%? Yeah. So we just Volt Switch. I think we need to keep Minus alive because it is our, like, last ditch effort for the, We need an ice resist, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We need an ice resist. I do this and I think we just go Vileplume, honestly. Because I don't really need Vileplume. And we can actually just click Moonblast, honestly. He Dracos. Okay. That's nice. Honestly, that's pretty nice. Okay, that did a lot. But he's a -2. But I actually don't think we live. I actually don't... But does he live? No, he actually doesn't. Bronzong taking all the KOs with the poison. It did get one by Body Press. I... KO'd by Bronzong. In die. Okay, so we get this thing in. We just let our beautiful little Vileplume stay in. And take one for the team. Yeah, he Freeze Dresser, KOs Vileplume. The good thing is, if he's Scarfed, Dragapult lives a Freeze Dry. So even if Rotom misses its overheat 14 times, we can still win as long as he doesn't crit. Basically, it's a question. Not the question, that's the answer. So we overheat. We Rotom. Yeah, definitely. No, actually it has a higher base speed than me. I believe. And it didn't freeze me, that's quite nice. And I think Rotom just picks up the knockout here, so we do get to continue our little winning streak. Camera, not supposed to be recording. I don't know why you're recording. Like, stop recording me. The cartridge is full and it's over my face. But good game to Quynn, whatever his name is. I'm sorry for the slightly, passive gameplay. Also, I really wish that it would stop. Like, okay, I know the card is full, then stop. I have a solution. Was that a solution? No, that wasn't a solution. Well, I guess you just have to live with this. Now you know how full card full is spelled in Danish. So there you go. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully we can keep this up for the last week. It would be nice, but this is definitely helped look. It's like the Better Towards playoffs. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, keep cool. Bye.